I love his relationship with Peter. It's great. I don't know. There's a lot I still need to play and do about this game. And there's
good
basic...
talk. Do you have anything else to say?
I fucking hate you right now so much. Piece of shit. So, what I was going to say was, I think that there's definitely similar types of game mechanics that were in other Infamous games or like Ubisoft. Like, you have to go to these towers, do this little like hack thing, and then you can like see that part of the map, and that part of the map unlocks different side missions for you and stuff, but you also have your main mission. This is very typical of Insomniac's open world games like this. So it's an Insomniac game, but through the eyes of Spider-Man. My biggest thing that I want to say about this is I think this could be the start of the MGU. And do you know what I mean when I say that?
Marvel Gaming Universe?
There you go. You got it, little kiddo. I'm going to name this episode that. Because Insomniac said they'd be open to doing other properties with Marvel and making games. Like maybe they make a fucking X-Men or Avengers game. There's already an Avengers game being made by... we talked about it a couple weeks ago. That one studio, and I think they're making it for PlayStation. What if they created a Marvel universe? Because this is also the first game to ever, at the very, very beginning of the game, have the Marvel MCU style, like, same graphic go across. There's never been a Marvel game before that's had that graphic before the game because Marvel essentially sanctioned this game because they loved it so much. So my thing is, what if they have different, like, AAA badass developers that you know they're good at doing what they do? They're the ones that are making these different franchises and these different games. So, like, maybe Insomniac only does Spider-Man, but their version of Spider-Man, at least their character and the same actor, voice actor, and everything like that, will be in an X-Men game created by, so-and-so AAA studio. How fucking crazy would that be? That would be... I mean, there's never been cross-studio... Well, I guess there's been cross-studio involvement. Fucking Avalanche is helping with the Rust 2 game. But... I mean, actual cross-studio involvement in one ginormous franchise / universe. That would be insane, Fred. If there's also somebody making an Avengers game. I forgot what studio it is. So, okay, it's Crystal Dynamics. Crystal Dynamics is making, and they hired some ex-Naughty Dog people to make a new Avengers game. So what if Crystal Dynamics makes a game, and they're doing it along with Square Enix, that is an Avengers game that takes place in the same universe as this Spider-Man game because the Avengers Tower is in this Spider-Man game. How crazy would it be if all these studios come together with different publishers, different developers, but maybe they're all for the fucking like PlayStation or something like that? Because right now Spider-Man is exclusive to PlayStation, and they have their own Marvel universe in there because they're also... hired people for this Avengers project that worked on the Batman Arkham Origins game.
I mean, it would be great, but I mean, I don't see a lot of these companies putting the whole business side of it aside to appease the fans. And
I don't know, whenever you make a shitload of money, I think that Spider-Man was like the fastest selling or best selling like UK PlayStation game ever.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you did mention that earlier.
Yeah, so I mean, this can clearly make money. Yeah, Spider-Man's fastest selling game of the year in the UK right now.
I mean, if they do it, more power to them. I don't see anything that could go wrong from them. Basically making this the universe that it is. Like when Marvel started making comics, there was no worry about like who owned what and what could cross over and what couldn't cross over. And, suddenly it's become, the story of like who owns what license and like, can we convince them to work with us?
My whole thing is like, yeah, it was unprecedented too in the movies before the MCU did what they've done now. So if it's unprecedented rather in gaming. What if you have a fucking Marvel gaming universe in the next 10 years that has all these games combined in the same universe? You follow the same characters. You follow the same character, like, I guess, fucking sprites, animation, the same character models, and voice actors for these said characters in multiple different games between studios. That would be fucking crazy and unheard of, but it would be exciting as well.
part of this will all depend on whether they decide they're going to use the same engines, some of the same.
You're right. You're right. And there's a lot to take into account, but I think it would be exciting. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It would be very, very interesting, though, if that were to happen. I don't know. Yeah. That's where I want to end it. But
so you have nothing more to say about Spider-Man itself?
I would say the combat takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you do get used to it, it's fluid as fuck and awesome. I mean, very similar to the Arkham games. It was the same thing. I mean,
some of the combat to me seems a little. I don't want to say weak, but like not
what
like some of the
there's a lot. I would just say there's a lot to it, so you got to get used to it.
There's a lot to it.
There's a lot to it. And on top of that, there's abilities, and I haven't even gotten the drone thing yet, but apparently the drone you can fucking have too.
How many suits have you unlocked?
I've unlocked 4. I think there's like 20 something.
And are the abilities like very different from each other?
Oh yeah. Some make you like better, more stealthy. Some like the Avengers Infinity War costume comes out with the arms, like the 4 different arms that come out of your back, mechanical arms. They look the same if you put them on any other suit, though. So I mean, just be aware of that. But you can't put those arms in any suit that you want.
Gotcha.
There's one that makes you more bulletproof. There's one that I think.
I mean, I don't want to spoil anything energy. For people.
No, it's whatever. I mean, it's just the different abilities they give. No storyline spoilers. So, yeah, there's a lot to it. There's cool RPG elements. There's different level trees you can level up on. There's a lot of shit to do in the game. I mean, I'm still early on, but there's a lot of shit. I will say, leveling certain things up is nothing new. It's, again, the same thing as if you played Infamous from Insomniac, that you'll kind of understand where they're going. And this is like their polished version of a superhero game that they've always wanted to do, I think. And once they got the license to Spider-Man, I bet they're like, holy fuck, this is going to be amazing. It's perfect for an open world game. I mean, I haven't had this much fun since, I want to say Spider-Man Web of Shadows, but before then, it was Spider-Man 2. And Spider-Man 2 was such an amazing game. But Web of Shadows was fucking fun for me, because you could switch to the Venom version of Spider-Man whenever the hell you wanted. So you had the symbiote with you at all times.
So beyond the Black Cat DLC, do you have any like kind of ideas of what you think we'll see after that? Like, because there's going to be 3 DLCs.
I would love a Miles Morales one.
Okay.
And then I don't really know after that. I don't know what else you can go. I know they're saving Venom. There's not even the black Spider-Man suit in this game, because I know they're probably saving it for the next game. If not the next game, then the third game.
Or one of the DLCs.
No. I think that the Venom character and storyline is going to be so big that they went for a whole game. Sorry, I had to sneeze. I think that Venom might be in the next game, and they'll do the whole origin of Black Spider-Man suit getting onto Venom. Though they're doing the next one or the third one, I would love it though if the third one, like you explore that more and you do the whole Carnage shit. I know that's a lot of symbiote, but people love their fucking symbiote when it comes to Spider-Man. Maybe they'll only do it for the second one, but either way, whenever you introduce Venom, at some point in this universe, you're going to have to also introduce Carnage. Are you familiar with Carnage?
Yes.
Yeah. He's a serial killer that got a symbiote suit. It's an asexual relationship between Venom, or as a symbiote, kind of like reptiles. So like he laid his own egg and it got onto a fucking serial killer. So Carnage is not allied with Venom. So Venom and Spider-Man actually team up to defeat Carnage. In the original comic, I think it'd be really, really cool if they went that route on the games. Either way, there's a lot of fun stuff they want to do, I think, to see going forward, and this is going to be the start of a great franchise. So, There you go. Probably a little bit longer of an episode than we probably were expecting, but we had a lot to talk about.
Yeah. I'm happy with it. I think we touched on a lot of cool stuff, and a lot of stuff I've been wanting to talk about lately that I just kind of naturally, natural progression just kind of came to me. I think it was a good timing.
What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a couple of plastic bags. You're going to want to tape them around your toilet seat, right? Mm-hmm. In case anything extra comes out.
Cool.
You're going to spread eagle as much as you can, but you're going to hover about 5 to 7 feet above the actual rim of the toilet bowl. Ooh. That's what the plastic bags are for. And at that point, you're probably spread eagle, both legs, depending on the width and diameter of the bathroom, on each wall, almost to the ceiling, almost your back to the ceiling. And you know what you're going to do at that point? Just going to let her rip. And you're going to go, whoo! And that colon cleanse will be the best thing you ever did. That is how you do the best colon cleanse. No weird tubes, nothing crazy. Just fucking sprawl out, spread eagle, go up and down the walls, and you're fucking going to be golden, Fred.
All right. And that's all you got for us tonight?
I mean, what else is there to say?
You're right. Thank you for listening to Game Genies. Again, if you have anything, any feedback, requests, or just plain want to tell Ryan he's a piece of shit, catch us on iTunes and Instagram at
Game Genies Cast. I also have very, very good bowel movements because I practice that cleanse on a weekly basis. Make sure you get the gallon Ziplocs, though.
Yeah, you're going to need the gallons. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Freddy Spaghetti.
Freddy Spaghetti, FARDEY
FREDDYSGHETTI. And you can find from Ryan here at
West Texas Hell. Simple as that. Well, I would also go with maybe the Ziploc freezer bags because you're going to want to save it. Sorry, you're not going to want to save it in the house, but people will pay good money for your fecal matter. I mean, you want to have manners with your fecal matter, but they're going to definitely want to. You're going to want to save it because you can make a good profit on the black market, on the dark web, if you will. All right, I guess that's it. Fred, you got anything else?
That's it.
All right, happy bowels to everybody, and good movement.
Genies.